Hey everybody, it's Candy, aka Brown Eyed Girl 69, and it is now officially Wednesday, October 2nd of 2024. I had to work yesterday, October 1st, and I already knew when I woke up that I was gonna probably be in a day of being busy because it's the first. Everybody gets their food stamps, Well, not everybody, but they usually have a round of food stamps that they give on certain days. And the first is always busy because everybody's gotten paid at the end of the month. It gets paid once a month or whatever. So the first is usually it's the 1st and the 15th for sure, always. Busy days. The 10th also. I don't know, it's kind of strange. Anyways, I was busy today. Got home, did a few things around here, took a shower, chit-chatted with a friend of mine for a little bit, and it was during the midst of this chit-chatting that I told her, I was like, I gotta get off of here, I gotta make a video. Not that my video is anything specific, but I do have a lot on my mind lately. And I'm having some epiphanies and realizations and feel like I need to make a video so I can hold myself accountable. People can always talk, but unless what they're speaking, any action is taken, nothing will change. And this is my own personal self speaking to me, but using it as a generalization as well, There's people out there that can talk about doing this, talk about doing that, but unless they actually put some effort and energy into doing it, nothing will change. No matter how much they want to do something in their heart, unless they actually put forth the physical actions and efforts required, nothing will change. I'm a perfect example of that. Mentally, internally, there's this part of me that wants to lose weight. There's this part of me that knows better in certain instances. But then there's that other side of me that always seems to come up with an excuse. I think overall positive change begins when you start holding yourself accountable for the things that you know are negative aspects of yourself. Like me, I'm a procrastinator. I put everything off until the last minute. I'm not a very good self-motivated type of person, and unless I've got somebody putting a fire to me to get something done, I normally don't get it done unless it's just something that has to be done. So I'm not a self-starter. Even though, well, I'll talk about that later. But there's just certain aspects about myself that unless I put the effort and energy into doing something, nothing is going to change. I used to not think that I was addicted to the phone, but I'm addicted to the phone. I want to try to change that aspect of me too. I want to try and change how much time I'm on social media. And during the times that I'm not on social media, I can be doing something else. I can either be doing something to work on myself, which could be like exercising, or making myself a good meal, or learning how to cook again and cook good meals for myself. Um, or just going outside and being in nature, you know. Fall's coming on, but it's still pretty warm here but considering it's like the beginning of October. We're still hitting some 90-degree weather. It's another thing I wanted to talk on. Even though I try not to talk about certain aspects or certain things that's going on out in society or away from my actual community, my heart goes out to all those people that are now suffering because of Hurricane Helene. 4 years ago, it was 4 years ago. It was October 1st. I'd left Colorado, I think on the 29th of September actually, and traveled across the state of Kansas. I spent the night in, I think it was, I can't remember, Salina, Kansas? Salina? Something like that. Got up the next morning and cruised to Missouri and met a Facebook friend of mine that lived there about an hour south of St. Louis. Yeah, a really nice farming community. Enjoyed it very much. Enjoyed meeting her husband. They cooked me a really nice meal. I got to take a nice hot shower. Got a nice bed to sleep in. Next morning, got up, had breakfast. Me and my friend, we went and did a little bit of running around or whatever it was. But I left. And I left on October 1st. I remember that. And I was probably just pulling into St. Louis. And my phone starts ringing. And it's the unemployment people. I've been waiting for 22 weeks to get unemployment. Here I was out and about traveling. I think I had like maybe $600 to my name total. I didn't have very much. But I was going with my gut and I was going with my heart and I was traveling because that's what I wanted to do. I stopped and pulled over and talked to this lady, and she said that in order for me to get approved, I only was like $3 or something away. Well, it turns out I had forgotten to give them my temporary jobs paychecks because I was working through Express Temporary Service for a short period of time. Anyway, that's all I needed to do was give them that. Boom. Put me in the amount that I needed, the category, and I was approved immediately for my unemployment. And within 4 days later, $12,000 plus landed in my account. And it was that money and all the money that I was receiving weekly that gave me the ability to travel and do the things that I did. And during the course of this time frame, I would say it was more around, I think, November of 2020. I was in the North Carolina region. And Asheville was one of the communities that I went to because I'd been to Asheville, North Carolina in the summer of '87. And I always thought it was a beautiful place, and I had friends that lived around in the surrounding areas, and so I wanted to see the Biltmore, so that was one of the places I was gonna, stop at. And I remember driving around the countrysides of Asheville in some of the smaller communities, and to see the devastation that's happened there really breaks my heart. My heart goes out to those folks because I was there. I was one of those that seen what it used to look like, and now to see what everything's. I don't really like to talk about conspiracy theory kind of things, but this wasn't all natural. This hurricane was definitely not an all natural hurricane. I think it was given a little extra assistance with some of our technology that we have today. And if you know, you know. So I guess I'm sort of in a somber kind of mood because of all the events that are taking place around the world, like America, here we're dealing with, the devastation caused by this hurricane that just came through a few days ago. And then, we got all the stuff that's going on over in the Middle East, with Iran and Israel and Hezbollah and all that. I don't even know who's who. I just know that there's a lot of things that shouldn't be happening. Russia's probably still having their issues with Ukraine. I don't know. I don't try to keep up on all of it, because it just sucks the life out of me. It just does something to my soul, and I don't want to give my effort and energy and focus onto those types of things, Even though I do believe that they need to be spoken on. And there's a lot of people in this world that believe that Jesus is coming to save them. There's a lot of people that believe they're going to get raptured out of here. There's some people that, like me, I feel like something's going to happen, I just don't know what it is. But it's kind of like waiting for the next shoe to drop, or for the next, just waiting for the next, for the last, just for the last thing to happen, you know what I mean? But I'm not. I'm trying to live life. To the best of my ability. Even though we have all this stuff coming at us, even with the ports and the port strike, that is truly going to affect us. I truly believe that it's going to be a make it or break you kind of thing. I also already heard that there's people already trying to loot neighborhoods in the Carolinas and a lot of these places that were devastated by the hurricane. There's already a lot of people, there's been a few people arrested in looting and stuff. So my heart goes out to these families that might have to try to deal with people that would try to come and take advantage of them. There's even insurance companies that's going to try to take advantage of some of these folks. And then there's some areas that are so devastated that they'll probably never ever be rebuilt. They'll never be the way they won't really exist anymore, other than in the minds of those that lived there because the devastation is so great. There's a part of I-40 that I traveled on. This was another thing that got me. I traveled on this highway, I-40, coming out of Knoxville, Tennessee, in North Carolina, and down into Asheville. And there's a part of that highway that's completely gone. They say it'll probably take about over a year to repair it. It's going to take years. I think they've already estimated that it's already just like over $150 billion worth of damage already. People have lost their lives. People have lost their homes. Everything. Their total livelihood's gone. For what? A few old greedy men that want total control and power over the whole human race. Wake up, people. Wake up. Wake up and realize that you, yes, you, need to wake up and stand up. We all need to stand together. And it's not just here in America. I'm talking about over this whole realm called Earth. The humans need to come together and realize that we're more alike than people might think. And all the things that they use to divide us doesn't matter anyway. Once it's all said and done, it doesn't matter what the color of your skin is. It doesn't matter what kind of house you live in. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. It doesn't matter how many friends you have or don't have. Because all those things are gone once this fleshly body passes away. What are we humans doing with the gifts that we've been given? What are we humans doing with this life we've been given? Are we just frivolously throwing it away, tossing it aside, allowing ourselves to be brainwashed by technology? By others? Influencers, social media. These are just some of the things that I sit here and ask myself and sit here and go through in my mind, you know. And as you can see, I get emotional about it. Yeah, you damn straight I get emotional about it. Because I think it's something that humans need to get emotional about and realize that other humans are important. Not just them, you know. Community is important. Sharing, communication, support, you know. Building lasting friendships. And building something that is good for everybody involved, not just a couple people or a handful of people here and there that have so much money coming out of their ears that they just frivolously throw it away. But when it comes down to it, it's not really their money, is it? No, it's not. It's our money that they are using to fund all of this. They use our money to fund wars. They use our money to send to other countries. They use our money that we worked and earned and worked and sweated for and bled for. And they steal money from us. It's called taxes. Maybe I shouldn't open my mouth too much anymore. But you're always welcome to go research these things that I mentioned, you know. Google's your friend, I suppose. But anyway, I feel a little bit better since I was able to get this out and talk about it, because I don't have anybody really I can talk to about certain things. My daughter, she has her own issues, so she can't really listen to her crazy mother's issues either. Not that she considers me crazy, but I know she's probably thought about it a couple of times, you know. I would say over the last 15 years, from the age of my daughter's age of 10 till now, present, me and her have gone through a lot together in more ways than one. It's been a roller coaster ride, you know, through all this. Sometimes she allows me to speak, but then sometimes she'll just be like, Mom, chill out. It's okay. So, yeah, I just don't... There's not really nobody in my community that wants to talk about this sort of thing. Because pretty much everybody in my community is they love their country, they love their government, they love their church, they love their their law-abiding citizens, etc., etc. They go out and vote, they do this, that. They believe everything the TV tells them. Me? No. I question everything that's told to me. Anyways, it looks like Candy's Ramblings on Wednesday morning, Hump Day, October 2nd, is about to end. Wherever you are in this world, I love you. Peace, love, hugs, nugs. Smoke it if you got it. Until the next time, I'm out.